Hi everyone, this is Braden here from Voiceflow, back for another Voiceflow University tutorial, and today we are going to be going over command blocks. Now, you may, if you've been using Voiceflow for a while, you may have noticed we've had command blocks pretty much forever. However, very recently we have completely updated them to be a lot more powerful and a lot more versatile in the ways that you can use them. So today's tutorial is going to go over the new command blocks, and to see whether you've been using the old command blocks or the new ones. We can go over to our menu here, and you can pull one out and see if this is the one you've been using, because this is the brand new one. And so that's what today's tutorial is going to be focused on. The old command blocks are no longer supported, and we do suggest you move over to this new format, and that's what this video is all about. Okay, so let's dive right in. So first off, from a very high level, what do command blocks do? They essentially give you the ability to have global commands within your Alexa skills. So I'm going to turn off my Alexa here. So what you can actually do is, for example, say Alexa help, Alexa stop, and wherever the user is in the skill, it will jump to that point in your project. Now, where this becomes very powerful is you do need to have, let's say, a home command, where you want to have a command where it goes back to the beginning of your skill. Let's say it's an interactive story, and they can say Alexa home, and it will bring them back to the start. Or you could have something like resetting the game, so it would jump back to the beginning of the game. Or maybe you want to jump to chapter 2 of an interactive story. You can say Alexa chapter 2, and it can actually jump forward. And so those are some of the instances where you can use command blocks. So there's actually two different main use cases we're going to go over today. One is called a jump command, and that's where it's going to jump somewhere else in the project. And the other is just sort of a normal command block. And that will be where, for example, with help, you would say Alexa help. It would do the command, it would help the user out, and then it would go right back to where you were in the skill before. Okay, so let's first jump into the jump commands. So I have my command block here, and if you haven't already done the video tutorial on slots and intents, that might be useful, since this is based off the intent system. So let's, with our command block here, I've built out a very basic quiz game. So it just has a couple questions, and what I'm going to want to do is have a jump command to jump back to the beginning of the game. So let's do that. So I'm going to pull this back here, and I'm going to want to create an intent for home. So let's do that. So I'm going to do home. And I'm going to add some sample utterances here. Oh, I shouldn't have said go. Let's say home, go home, start again, start from beginning, or start from start maybe. Cool. Okay, so we have a couple different sample utterances, and now in our and that's within the home intent. Now with our command intent, we're going to want to select our home intent, and now what we're going to want to do is we do not want to hit this. This is the command section. This is more like a jump command. So what we're going to do is just link this command block to the start. And that's it. And so now what's essentially going to happen is Alexa is constantly listening for this home command. And so whenever Alexa hears that, they're going to jump right back to the beginning and to hit this command block, and it's going to come down this path and start from the beginning. So again, you can imagine using this anywhere within your project, and we'll have some later tutorial videos on really advanced uses of command blocks where you can have them within subflows and things like that. But for now, we're going to keep it really simple. So let's actually test this on our Alexa device. So I have an Alexa over here. You guys can't see it, but we'll actually test this out. Now, because these are actually based off intents, it's going to take a little bit longer to upload than normal, but it shouldn't be too bad here. Okay, there we go. Alexa, open Braden test.
This is the start of my quiz game. What color is the sky?
Blue.
That's right. The sky is blue. Next question.
Alexa,
does Braden like cat?
Go home.
This is the start of my quiz game. What color is the sky?
Alexa, quit. And so what you can see right there, pause that again, is we are actually able to jump back to the beginning of our skill using this command block. So that is an extremely useful feature. And again, you can jump forwards, you can jump backwards. And so it's a good way to add commands into your project. The next command we're going to do is a help command. And so this is something that is actually mandated you need to have into your Alexa skill if you intend to publish it to the Alexa store. So let's make one right now. Also, I am going to label this too. I'm going to call this home command. I call this one help command. I'll make this line look a little bit better. There we go. Cool. Okay, so let's do a home command. Now, this is going to be a bit different of a command, since what we're going to do is we're actually want to hit this little block saying resume from previous block. Okay. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that unlike the other command block, we've actually lost our port. So you cannot drag any lines out of it. And the reason for this is because it's going to resume from the previous block. Wherever you say Alexa, followed by the command name, so in this case, help, it's going to jump right into this command block, and it's actually going to work like a flow. So it's going to have a whole bunch of sequences and flows within it that you have already predetermined. So it could be as simple as having a speak block or having an entire skill within your command. And once it finishes that flow, once it hits the last block that's no longer connected, it's going to jump back out and go right back to the most recent block that you were on. So that might be a little confusing. We've definitely given you a lot of power, but at the sake of complexity. And so we're actually going to do that right now. So let's first off, let's select an intent. So Amazon already has an amazing help intent, so we can just do that really simply. We can just do help, and I'll save that. And now we're actually going to want to go down here, and you'll see there's this command flow section, and it toggles on and off. And so here we can either select an existing flow. So as an example, if you already had a flow for help or for stop or whatever you might want, you can already select one, and you don't have to make a new one. So I have a couple there called Braden Pizza and Mike Pizza from previous videos. But I'm actually going to create a new flow. So I'm going to create one here. And you'll see on our flows menu, you'll actually see we have a home command flow, and it is not tied to our root flow like a normal one. If this is all at all confusing to you, definitely check out our video on flows, and that should clear up a lot of what I'm saying. But so we're in the home command flow right now. I'm going to add a speak block, and it's going to be for helping the user. Hello and welcome to the home block or the help command block. Hopefully this helps. Okay, so that's all we're going to add into this command block. So we would actually normally, you could normally add a ton of stuff into here. You could essentially rebuild an entire project within this command flow, but we are not going to do that. And so we're going to just go back out to our root. And you'll see right in there, we have enter flow. And so you can go back in there and you can edit that flow, or you can unlink it and link a new flow. And so that is a normal command block. So you can see there's two different types. We have our jump command and we have our sort of command flow. Now let's actually try this out. And again, you do have to upload every time you want to test on a device. You could also test in the Voiceflow testing tool, but it's not nearly as dramatic. So we'll actually test on device here. Just get the volume all set. Okay, Alexa, open Braden test.
This is the start of my quiz game. What color is the sky?
Blue.
That's right. The sky is blue.
Alexa,
next question.
Help.
Hello and welcome to the help command block. Hopefully this helps. Does Braden like cats or dogs?
And so Alexa, quit.
Does Braden like cats or dogs?
Alexa, quit. And so what you'll actually see right there is it went right back into the next question. So it went into the help command, and then as soon as that help command flow was done, it came right back out and went right back into the next question of does Braden like cats or dogs? So hopefully you guys can see there are two different types of commands, actions that you can do with command blocks. There are the jump commands, which allow you to essentially jump to any part in your project. as well as the command flows, which allow you to build a self-contained flow that will then jump back to where the user was in the project. Now, we will be adding more advanced tutorials on these different types of flows later on. Hopefully, this was a very useful high-level overview of what you can do with the brand new command block in Voiceflow. Again, if you have any questions at all, you can always go into the bottom right, and the Voiceflow team will be happy to get back to you and help out. All right, guys, Braden from Voiceflow signing off. See ya.